Hi, Colin here from King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2021 Volkswagen ID3. This is the Life Pro Performance Edition, 58 kilowatt hour battery, and frankly, just a massively important car for just cars generally, my industry, the whole lot, crammed with technology, like a really, really interesting little car. As it stands here now, it's got 15,000 miles on it. We have it advertised for 32,899. It's got a full Volkswagen service history, but the proof is really in the pudding, so let's get inside it and go for a drive. So here we are out in the ID3, and like all electric cars and hybrid cars, plug-in hybrids, it's very quiet. That's all normal stuff. But the most striking thing about this actual car as we sit in it now is, weird and as it sounds, it's the size of it. This car has the same footprint as a Volkswagen Golf on the outside, so it's not like a massive car by any means, but the interior is gigantic. And that's because they've been able to design this car from the ground up as an electric vehicle. So all the bulkheads move forward and back. This car will never have an engine, so you sit quite far forward in the wheelbase. And it's really cool because, like, I'm 6'1", slightly overweight, it's fair to say, but I will happily sit behind myself in this driving position, which is quite low on account of my wonky hip and straight out, all that kind of stuff. There's tons of room in the back. There's a massive big boot as well. There's no compromise in the boot like there are in the plug-in hybrid things, because again, this architecture was made to be a fully electric car. The way it drives then is fantastic. Like, so it handles really, really well, and that's because the architecture is electric. So all the batteries, all the weight of this car is low. So dynamically, it feels amazing. It's got 205 horsepower, this model, but that I got some crazy amount of torque. And because it's always available, it lends to obscene performance. It's as quick as you'll ever need this level of power, really, realistically, unless you're into drag racing or something ridiculous. But it's a really fast, practical little car. It does absolutely everything fantastically. I'm very, very, very impressed, I must say. Then the spec on it, it's a tour de force in that sense. At the minute, I'm driving in B mode, which is regenerative braking. And I basically don't have to use the brakes. All I have to press the brakes for is to come to a very gentle stop at the end. But the regen for the battery in stop-start traffic is fantastic. Like, it is truly fantastic. And this morning I did like a 6 or 7 mile commute, dropping kids, all that kind of stuff. And with the regen, because I was in stoppy-starty traffic and hills and that kind of stuff, I used 2 kilometers of range from the thing. Fantastic. Spec-wise, then, it's got absolutely everything. Like, we've 360 park sensors with the graph, you have Apple CarPlay, you have all that kind of stuff. But it's just a massively impressive thing. Charging it then as well, we've 2 different types of charge. So you can charge it from the house on a 7 kilowatt, or you can actually charge it from a 3-pin plug, where it takes, I think it's 16 hours for a full thing. But it's capable of fast charging. But the thing about this kind of stuff, like my first sort of dive into electric cars, I was very afraid of having a full tank. And then as I was driving around, we had an e-Golf about a year ago, driving around, and it's like, I don't drive a petrol car with a full tank, I don't drive a diesel car with a full tank, so it didn't affect me for the week I had it. So I would imagine that you could charge this overnight from either a power box in the house or just a 3-pin plug once a week, and you'd be fine. And if you absolutely needed to, you can plug it in somewhere. It's the 58 kilowatt hour battery as well, so I think there's like 300 kilometers of usable range in it. Certainly in the city, I found the range to be fantastic. And this kind of stoppy-starty traffic in the suburbs, superb, like superb. The performance is like crazy. Very good fun. Handles well, does everything right. It's kind of the every car, a very important car, you know, as a mass-produced thing at the price and all that kind of stuff. Then this particular one, with such small mileage on it, it's practically new. It smells new, but it's a very important new segment for cars. But that's kind of it. I'll stop talking about the car there, and I'll just quickly move on to us, let you know who we are. We were one of the first ever second-hand dealers to be an SIMI registered dealer, and now we're an AA approved dealer on top of that. The AA approval allows us to offer up to 2 years warranty on all of these cars, which isn't necessary on this. It's still in its manufacturer's warranty, and the battery is warranted independently of that warranty for 8 years or 100,000 miles. So you're a long way away from any sort of trouble like that. But that's kind of it. Click the link below for further information about the car. A lot of shots, lots of stuff I'll have missed out in this small ad. but it's an impressive machine. This particular one is immaculate, and that's kind of it again. So thanks for watching. Click the link, as I say, for more information, and hopefully we will see you soon.